Alright, welcome back, and we're going to continue to make this procedural cloth or fabric in Unity. So far we have this cloth looking like this, and we're going to make it look even better than this. So the first thing I want to add is fibers in this thread. So I'm gonna it's gonna be up here, so we're gonna make it move this back a little bit, and we're gonna split this one up, and we're gonna make a vector 2 of these. And that's because if we only do like this, I'm gonna show you, and we do this into a simple noise, and we could scale it down to 10. And if we do, let's see, well, I do the remap stuff and all that, so we have it set up. I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. So this remap isn't doing anything at the moment, because it's taking the values 0 to 1 and remap it 0 to 1, so there's no change there. And I'm also gonna do a multiplier and that's gonna be the fibers, and this fiber is gonna have the slider 0 to 1, so we can decide how strong it will be. And this is gonna be in the offset, that's why we have tiny there as a start. So there's nothing happening, but if we do the fibers and we do the add, you see there is something going on here, and we're gonna change this, of course. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the fibers go in the vertical direction, and it's the only thing we need to do is to stretch the noise. And to stretch the noise, we need to multiply one of the channels that we put into the simple noise. And if we take the red channel and do a multiply and put it here, and 1 does mean we have exactly the same result. But now you see, if we start to scale this, we do some kind of adding more resolution on only one of the values in the vector. So now you see we start to get this fiber looking thing. So let's put it at 10-ish, is nice for now. And this is how you do fibers. So that's cool. And we're also going to make the exactly same thing down here. Then of course we're going to change the channel that we use for it. So here we want to keep the red channel, and we want to stretch the green channel instead. And then if we offset that instead, now you see it looks totally different. And if we save it, now you have the threads. So if we, let's see, if we and the fibers, we don't need so much, and here we have it. Sweet. So there is something, it's look like there is some black on the sides here, right? And that's not totally correct, and that's because in here, and you can also see the values here, it looks like it's not, there is something going on here. And the reason is that the remap, when we do offset, it needs to go in both negative and positive. So the remap here needs to be from 0 to 1 and remapped into -1 to 1. Now you see the threads in the green looks much better. So let's do it in the red too. And here we have it. Now it looks so much better. So here we have it, and if we do save and look at it, you see it looks so much better. And I'm actually going to change the colors a little bit because I find it a little bit yeah, I don't know how to say it, but I don't really like the look of it. This feels better, something. I always tend to have it more monochrome. So, alright. And more threads. So we're starting to get these threads things that we're talking about. Really nice. So let's see the next thing up. So here there is some ambient occlusion in the asset. As I told you before, this asset you can do if you follow the tutorial I have. You find it among the tutorials. So we're going to use this information to add dust or whatever it's going to be over here. And the way to do that is pretty simple. We need to use the vertex color so we can get this black and white stuff that you saw. And if we do a split, because we only need one channel for this one, and we do the float ambient dust amp. So we're actually gonna make a mask with this, and we're gonna make the color we want. So we want to have a color that we put here in the ambient occluded areas. Oops, cancel. And we're gonna use alert for this. And if we put this one in here, and then we're gonna have a color, we're gonna have an ambient color here. And let's put let's say some brownish thing. So we're gonna have the ambient color in the B, and so what we have here, this is going to be a slider, going to have a value of 1. So this ambient dust is picking up so the ambient color is picking up the these color information, right? So that means A represent the black areas, B represent the white areas, and T, that's the vertex animation that's gonna add it for us. So if we save, and now you see we have this color over here, and yeah, you can have it to whatever you want. Maybe it's been in the desert, I don't know, whatever it could be, and you can decide how much you want. So then I would like to do some smoothness, because as you see here, the threads are super shiny, and it's nice to break up this shiny part, because in the space between the threads there is nothing to reflect so much, so we want to control the smoothness of that. And the way to do that, so if we take, we're gonna move this color in a bit like this here, and if we take this mask up here and the other one down here, if we just combine them with a maximum node, we get this pattern here. And if we just plug this one into the smoothness, and if we look in the shiny part here, and when we save it, we will see a nice difference. And now you see it reacts so much better with the smoothness, and you see it's starting to look so much better with the reflection and so on. I'm gonna show you in full screen so you see it more. So it looks, yeah, much more like a thread. So there's more to it. Maybe we don't want reflection to be here in the dust. So let's say we have the dust and we're doing the dust fully like this. We definitely don't want to see it go through. So that's pretty easy. We just need to multiply again with this ambient dust amp thing, and wherever it's going to be dust, we won't see the smoothness. No, it's not going to be a multiply. That's wrong. It's actually going to be a lerp. So what we want is that if we take this one, so what we know is when this is when it's 0, it's going to be the A. So when it's black, it's not included. It's going to show these smoothness values. And when it is 1, let's say it's occluded, we want the value to be 0 like this. And then if we then plug in this to smoothness and look here, let's say here is a good angle. So we can see here it's nice, and here it should disappear. Save it, and we don't see anything here, but we see the reflection here. So that's nice. So now it's even more closer to realistic. So we can just add these and make right click and smoothness like this. Smoothness, nice. And also we want some normals to this. And the way we will do the normals, we need some more space, is if we take this one and we put it into color mask, and we take color mask in. So all these 4 is the same node. The only thing is that we choose where it's supposed to go in. So we want to work with the color white. And if we do, let's say 1, 1, we have this value here. I'm thinking maybe we could use this one, because then, or this one, because then we can get them. Actually, we're going to see the normals in the dust as well. So we have this value, and we just do a normal from height in. And if we press this one into the normal tangent space, we should see some normals happening here. Definitely. Okay, so if we save, and we see normals, and they are pretty strong, and we can see them here as well. So of course we want a slider, so we can, let's see here, so this part is vertex, color, and these two gonna be the normal, and we're also gonna make normal amp. And this one we do slider, but not from 0 to 1, but 0 to 0.1, because this one is so sensitive. You can even see here the default is 0.01. So this one can have a really low value. So normal amp is 0, and if we high it a little bit, we can see the frets. And I think it's too high even now. So we need to have it, let's see, super low actually. This looks better. Yeah, cool. So what's more, the last thing I want to add is actually just to put some dust over the top. So maybe it's been around for long and we just want dust, and we're going to make it on the normal aligned, and the normal goes up, and on the sides here it will be less of it. So that's pretty easy to do. So the first thing we're going to do is to make here tiling and offset. So this one gonna go into simple noise, and we're gonna have 300, might be good. We're gonna remap this one, remap in, actually on the wrong one, so we're gonna change it. So here it's from 0 to 1, and I'm actually just wanna crank this down a bit. Maybe this one, it could be, we can, whoops. Let's keep it to 0 and that to what it is. And so this is the noise, and we now want to mask this noise with a vertex angle, right? So we do normal vector. I'm gonna make more room for this so we can see it more clearly. So this normal vector gonna have a dot product. So what's happening here is we're gonna measure the dot product between the normal and the upwards value. Or you can change it to maybe have a different angle if you want, maybe a snowstorm or whatever. But this is going to be from the top. And we also gonna do a power, and what am I thinking about? Okay, yeah, so what you see here, the dot product is 1 here, and here it's 0, and here it's -1. And into the power node we need it from 0 to 1. So we just need to make a, here we do a saturate node. That's gonna make sure that everything below 0 will be minimum 0. And now when we have this mask, we're gonna make here also a on top sharpen. So this on top sharpen going to go into this power node, and also you see if it's 0 it gets error, but if we do 0.001 it works. So we need to do a slider between 0.001 and also I'm gonna do up to, well actually to 1, that's okay. And this is the mask that's gonna mask where we're gonna have the noise. So by having that we can do just a lerp node. So black will mean we're going to have the fabric, so it's going to be in the A, and white going to represent the noise, so it's going to be in the B, and this is the mask that's going to calculate where it's going to be. And then if we plug it into the color and we save it and check it out, this should work. So here you can see it's really sharp down here. I do it here instead, and the reason is because on top sharpen is so small, so if you just do it higher, now you see it's more only on the top but not on the side so much. And there's of course more you could do with this, but this is good enough for the tutorial. And we also added the ambient color. Maybe we want to change it to something, I don't know what to have, saturated something. Well, something. So this is actually pretty much it, I would say. You have the colors, you can change to other fabrics if we want something else. And there are the number of threads, and you see it's procedural. So if we take these ones and put the shader on here, and no, there's something not working as intended. Okay, that's because so just let me check this one out. Okay, of course. So the thing is, in here we don't have a multiplier for this one. That means that we can't really on top sharpen, but we can't really remove it. We can only change the sharpness. So the last thing we need here to make it complete is to do a multiplier, and we put it here, and it's gonna go into here, and then we just need to add dust amp, and we put it here. So, and we make a slider of this one as well, save it, and now we have this dust amp. So now we can let's see here, fibers, normal is gonna be really weak. So let's do less. Okay. So dust damp, it's way too much dust. And sharpen, we don't want it so sharp. Maybe more dust. Well, now we're talking. So now we can remove this dust as well, and we can change the fibers if we want just the tiny fibers, and also we can change the normal amp, make it crazy. So here you see, so here we have made a world scaled texture that's procedural and no textures. I think it works pretty good. So I really hope you liked this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching.